to Bizchicks TV. We're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. Here are your hosts.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Bizchicks TV. This is the place for tips, tools, strategies, and everything you need to build a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. Today is Tuesday. That means we have the digital diva in the house today, Terry Johnson, online from New York City, right here, right now, and we're about to learn. So get something to take a note with and do. We're going to think and do. We got some things that we're going to learn today. We want to thank everybody watching live and on the replay. And TJ, take it away.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another week of Marketing Talk, Marketing Strategy, where we talk about all the things we need to keep up on, keep current with marketing today, especially online. And, excuse me, we've been talking about AI. We've been talking about the algorithm. Last week we talked about Instagram, how everything is changing. And I know it's confusing to everybody because it's not confusing to me. It's just that it's a lot of it. So it's hard to know what to follow, what to listen to. Also, here's my pet peeve of there's old information out there because there's nobody cleaning up the internet. Like you might do a search wherever you search, whether it's AI, Google, wherever, you might pull up some information and you think it's relevant, but it's not because it's old stuff. There's nobody cleaning up old blog posts from before the pandemic and all that. So you follow those instructions thinking they're going to work, but then they don't. That leads to frustration, that leads to confusion, that leads to this doesn't work. And this is being online, being on social media. And I always say, because I have some people that say, oh, I need to do X, Y, and Z. And I always tell them, listen, this is doing things on social media is not a guarantee of a sale. Because that's what you're looking for as a business. You want a sale. I want sales. I want revenue. Well, that's not what social media is for. It's a whole platform of discoverability, attention getting, providing content, telling people what you know, showing people who you are. That's the branding part. And possibly getting them to come to your site, your community, your platform, whatever you have. And the thing about this that's confusing is there's so many things you can do. There's so many roads to take. I think that's what trips up a lot of people. Even if you know what you're doing. Like I've been in business and I've been on social media and I made the posts and everything. Today is different, totally different. I mean, I'm seeing that on social media. I mean, is it just me or is that sound like a valid point?
Yeah, it's not you.
Okay. Okay. Because that's the feeling I get because I see what people ask on social media. I see the answers. I see what they want. And they're like, well, everybody says you go to social media and da 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 da. And then the thing is, you see other people, whether they're business owners or content creators, you see them, 7 figures, 8 figures, they're making money, da 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 da. And you're like, well, how come that's not me? Because I'm doing the things. But see, the things that you're doing aren't working anymore because of the thing we talked about last week, especially with Instagram, is that it's not about followers, it's interest based. If people aren't interested in your business or your whatever you're talking about online and you're trying to make money or you're trying to get them to your podcast, whatever you're trying to gather the people, they don't have to do that just because you made a post online. That's another attitude of where I made a post. Okay, whoop-de-doo. There are like right now in the 1 second that I talk, there's been like 1 million posts or more. And guess what? They show up and they disappear. They show up and they disappear. That's the nature of it. That's the nature of it. So that's why we said we're going to talk about that. We're talking about attraction, interest, and trust. Because all of those things you now have to build the brand. And it's like I don't have time for this. I don't have why is this? Why do I have to do that? And here's another thing that Gary says. He says, I don't love, he says, you guys think I love social media. I don't. He says, I just go to where the people are. I do those things that build my brand. That's why you see him everywhere. That's why he goes on a small podcast. That's why he goes on a big stage. He's everywhere. And I've seen a couple other people that do that they're everywhere. And you're thinking, well, they're so and so. Why are they doing this little podcast? Because they're going around spreading the message, using the tool, the megaphone online, and they're gathering people. They may go on a small podcast and get 5 people to follow them. They may speak at a stage with thousands of people and get that 1,000 to follow them.
Yeah.
But it compounds. See? That's another thing that people don't realize. Being on social media is not, I made a post today and let me go sit down. You got to constantly have a strategy of how am I going to post? Because you can post a lot or you don't have to post a lot. That's the world we're in now because of the interest-based social media, the media, the content, because the algorithm works to find and match the content to the person that's looking for it. Here's the key. They're looking for it. There's how many people are on how many accounts are on Facebook? Wow, 3 billion. All 3 billion on at once? No. Some people make accounts and never use them. Some people make accounts and go to the marketplace only. So they never, ever, ever see your post unless you get lucky. And for some reason, they go to the feed. See, there's a million pieces to this thing. And we have to figure out to maximize our time. Maximize the content, make the time. Because now, and I think we even talked about it last week about, making, I got to make a stage. I got to get the lights set up. I got to look like the YouTubers with their lights in it. They got 5 lights. No, you don't. This is your studio. People want content that where it is valuable to them. That could be get ready with me. Have you seen that on TikTok and Reels? Get ready with me. That's a trend of women doing makeup, going someplace, or doing something, going somewhere. I've seen the moms meal prep, and they just set up a camera and they meal prep, and it goes boom, 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 and then they talk over it. They never look at the camera. They're just doing things, washing dishes, washing the car. It could be, this is the greatest thing. It could be anything, but it has to be something of value to your audience. And I don't mean the production of it where you got to have a Pepsi commercial. No, I've seen videos where women are just bloggers, or they're just sitting, they sit the camera up here and they do the work of talking to people or writing a post or making a graph, whatever it is. They record that and they use that as the reel or the short or the TikTok, and they give you the valuable information, either graphic on, text on top, or they talk it. See, so it's not about, well, I got to set up this big studio and I got to get a green screen and I got to do this and I got to do that. That's no, because why is that? It's because you need to put out the content.
So it's kind of like a day in the life where we're following you around.
If excuse me, if your audience is receptive to that, now how would you know?
Right. Because it really is based on what the audience wants. But
to you, like to you, how would you know what content hits? Yeah, your not your algorithm, your analytics.
Yes.
You would have to say, let me do a get ready with me, or one of the ones that I just talked about, or the dance videos, or remember the pointing, which they don't do anymore, that you can tell like the style, everything by just go to Instagram and TikTok and see what style of video people are doing in your niche. What style Like I see people walking, like they
So,
walk in the morning and they hold their camera and they talk.
yeah, I remember when a Periscope was a thing,
Yes,
and we would walk around the world. Where are you walking from? And people were
just
gathering together.
walking. And guess what? I remember there was a guy, I think in Paris or Hong Kong or somewhere, that he would just go in Hong Kong, just walking around. Just he would go to lunch, he would go this, he would go that, and say and do different things. He was a photographer, and he explained because he was there for his wife's job or something and whatever. But now that same person is on YouTube and he's doing photography at the White House. Like he's he goes and takes the press pool is what they call it. He's a part of that because he's done videos going, "Hey guys, look at me. I'm walking in the White House." Wherever the photographers go, there's a place where they walk, and he doesn't show his face. I think he may have shown his face once or twice, but it's point of view is what I was thinking.
Yes.
That's what
Yes.
it is. Point of view, because he goes around Washington. He has the camera equipment in his car, or he rides a bike, or he walks. It doesn't really see people get hung up on the format
because the point of view is never perfect. It's just, you know what I mean? Show me what you're seeing,
right,
and let us see what you're seeing. Pretty
right.
much.
Right. And I remember he did a Christmas video. However they had the White House decorated for Christmas, that was available to the public. He was going around like with the camera saying, showing everything. So you would say, why do people want to watch that? A bunch of reasons.
The same reason when they want to watch the dog.
Show.
What is that? The
Westminster Dog Show. Why do you watch Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? Why do you watch The Pit? Why do you watch Game of Thrones? Whatever show, piece of entertainment. Why do you watch the Golden Globe that came on? If you watch that, why did you watch that? Why? That's why. It's entertainment.
Right.
Attractive to a specific audience, not to everyone. Not to everyone. See? That's the key. So you're trying to make content perfect, but you need to just make content because your analytics will tell you, did this text post hit with my audience? Did this get ready with me video hit with my audience? Did this point of view, whatever you did? And see, the key is, how do I know what to do? You have to do all of it.
And your people will tell you too.
Yes, comments.
I posted something. Oh, and I went to play golf with the lady, and she said, "Oh, I remember you did that post with the garbage bags." And I was like, "Oh, somebody." I posted it.
Right.
But so that resonated with her and some other people. I was like, oh.
Right. Why do cooking shows resonate with people? Why did the Food Network resonate with people? Why does just say that? Like, I always look at mom bloggers or mompreneurs or whatever they call themselves, where they're moms. They always do mom things because that's their audience. They're not putting on a suit and getting a briefcase and putting on heels and going to the office job, because that's not what they do. They do mom stuff. And the mom is up. Yeah, if the mom is up at 2 a.m. with the baby that's crying or feeding or whatever, they might do a video because there's other moms going through the same thing. See how that connection happens? They're not going to do glamour shots. They're moms with newborns. There's no glamour.
So they're doing the 2 a.m. mom blog.
They're up. My kid is up. How many other moms are up at this time? Or maybe here's the shocker, is global. It could hit when the other mom on the other side of the world is up doing the thing. And YouTube, love YouTube, will show it to that mom no matter where she is. And if she likes it, remember I said those touch points, the interactions of watching it all the way through, liking it, commenting, share, all of these touch points. So that's why I say this seems like a lot of work. But once you figure out by doing the content of whatever style you want, looking at the I did a post, let me see what happens. Okay, wait a couple more hours. If you got the time, do another type of post, do a text post, go to Threads, do this, do that, try it all you can eat buffet. And then what do you like at the all you eat buffet? Well, I didn't really like the steak, but I like the lobster, I like the shrimp, so I'm going back for the shrimp, or I'm going for this, or I'm a vegetarian. See how all of that just works. But the hard part is you got to figure out what it is that they are attracted to, they being your target audience, not everybody. That's why I bring up the mom at 2 a.m. Everybody's not up. They might be up at 2 a.m. partying or something else, but those aren't mom bloggers. That's not her audience. She's looking for the mom with the newborn, or the toddler that's throwing a tantrum, the terrible twos, or they're teething. See how these things work out? Or they have older kids. And there's all of these things that you have to do to attract that audience. And what you do is, and this is another word they throw out, authenticity. It just means doing what you're doing. Like I said about the mom blogger, it's 2 a.m. My kid is crying. I gotta figure, diaper change, whatever it is. She's gonna do her. I'm a mom. I don't have to glamorize myself because my audience is other moms. They're not gonna relate to me being glamorous at 2 a.m. What kind of is this? Some kind of celebrity Hollywood? I got
reality
3 nannies.
show.
Yeah, I got 3 nannies. So yeah, I can put makeup on and pretend that but that's not where we live.
I rolled out of 2 a.m. bed to feed the baby looking like this.
All glamored up, and they got 3 nannies for 1 baby. Don't do anything, but they're going, okay, now prop the baby. Now I'm feeding the. No, that doesn't work, because the other moms are like, they're going to be mad with you because, like, what do you, I know you got 3 nannies, Miss Celebrity in Hollywood. I can't relate to you. I relate to the other woman that got up, her hair is all blood, she's no makeup, no nothing, bleary eyes, sleep in the eye, and she's got something to say about the baby, that the feeding, or how hard it is, or I got to go to work. All kind of things in there, but you got to throw. It's like you got to throw the spaghetti at the wall, see what sticks. That's it in a nutshell. You got to throw the spaghetti on the wall, see if it sticks. If it sticks, you're good. It's cooked. You're good. You're ready to eat. So you have to do these things, and then you look at your algorithm. You look at your analytics, and that will tell you. And Instagram is great for this. They will, you can go to your profile, and it'll show you, like, for this week, this is what people like, and the age group, and the time they were on, and the time they saw. So you got to utilize that information, because then that goes, aha, I don't have to throw the spaghetti at the wall anymore to test. I know what works. So you do more of that. Now, you're not going to repeat the same thing. You're going to say, oh, they like the point of view. Oh, they like the no makeup. Oh, they like the walking. I'm an exercise. I'm a whatever life coach. And when I walk in the morning, I have great things to say, and I say them while walking, not even looking at the camera. I'm just walking and holding the camera, or showing the view of where I'm, whatever it is. You will know when that information connects. And why am I saying all this? Because I had this thought. Let me read it to you. So, and of course, I gave it to my sister, and they ran with it. So our consumption behaviors have changed. We don't consume based on the creator anymore. We consume based on the topic. Audience are loyal to value, not following, not volume, not I'm throwing it out. They're not loyal to the platform. They're loyal to value, the value of you're providing the right content at the right time for the right audience. That's what marketing really is. You're giving somebody something when they need it and they want it. You're not pushing it on. The marketing is not pushing things on people and making them want they buy. What is that movie where they went in? You buying. And it was like, I'm just here to look. You trying to make a sale, which that is the thing as a business owner. Yes, you want the sale, you want the revenue, but that's not how you get it out of the customer or the potential customer. You turning them off. I don't want that. I'm leaving. This is how it works in real life in the store. I'm just gonna walk out of the store. I'm not gonna buy anything. No thanks.
Yep.
Oh, you didn't see anything you like? No thanks. Anything could have turned them off in the store. A bad customer interaction. Your employee said something, or they don't like whatever it is. They're going to leave. What do you do in a brick and mortar? Do you lock the door? You can't leave here until you buy something. No, that's you're gonna get a visit from the police department. Can't lock a customer in the store. But that's what people are trying to do online. Oh, I have a store, I have a Shopify, I have a this, I have a this, I have the link to buy, I have a website. You must buy. I don't have to, because a myriad of things, a different, name it. It could be anything. I'm having a bad day. The customer's having a bad day. I just don't want to buy today.
I'm not
Those are all
interested.
behaviors that you can't control.
Yeah, today is Tuesday. I do not want to buy. I just want to look. I'm just give me the opportunity to decide whether I want your stuff.
That's where the silent buyer, the silent lurker comes into play. And we talked about that when people go, well, where did that sale come from? Because you didn't push. You didn't put the full force sales push on the car salesman. They don't do that anymore. Well, the smart ones, they don't. You ready to buy? No, you don't do that. They don't do that anymore. I think what was that, the car Saturn, that was their whole marketing thing, was like they don't push the buying. Remember
No.
that?
Yep. Saturday, you didn't argue with them. They had one price and there was no haggling and
Yeah, there
whatever.
was no hard sell, because that turns people off. Most people with a car, when they're buying, they've already done the work of looking online and knowing what they want, and probably went to a showroom and looked at it and smelled the car and looked in it and said, okay, thank you. They didn't come in and say, I want this car, unless they've done the legwork.
And to your point right there, the legwork the way we do the legwork has changed.
Right.
We probably would never even go to a car lot until we are ready to make the purchase.
Because we know that the salesman is going to, that's their objective. We know that. So going to the lot means you're close to buying.
Right.
Because you're going to get the pressure.
So if a person is showing up on your website or your landing page or your wherever you are, they're close to buying because they've been looking.
And if they've commented and liked a lot, some sites you can tell who's liked something. Like there's some forums where you post things and you could see the like of the username. And then somebody might like every post that you have. You're like, well, wait a minute now, something's going on, that this person is liking everything that I'm saying. That's a good sign. It's not a sign of a sale. It means you've made that connection. See, you can't make the sale without the connection.
Correct.
That's the trust part of it. How do you build the trust? Valuable content. How do you put the valuable content out? Well, you got to know what but your target audience, what do they want and like from you? How do you do that? Well, you got to try different types of content. And you got to keep going. Well, nobody's liking well, that means keep going, switch it up. Like I said, the point of view video. And I'm saying video because that's the quickest, fastest way to get this attention that you want, because Instagram push reels. TikTok is all video. I'm reading some stuff on YouTube about YouTube that shorts is shorts. So short form content. And why? Because it's quick and fast and easy to make. Like I was saying, if you're setting up studios and lights, and that's for a long form video on YouTube. You doing something real quick. The mom blogger, I'm at the grocery store. Can you believe the price of coffee? Pull out your phone. Can you believe the price of coffee? That's what you do. You're having a conversation. There's no setting up lights.
I remember when Terry and I were at Fry's. This was before Fry's went out of business. Fry's in the West Coast. Fry's was an electronics store. And we were asking about customer service or something, and the people weren't talking to us. Terry pulled out the phone and went live on Periscope.
Can you believe?
We're being fried at Fry's. We've been asking for help about something, and I was like, okay. But you could do that, and you still can do that. You just pulled out the phone.
You can do that, and I've been talking about Threads a lot. I spent a lot of time there. If you don't want to do video, Threads is a good place if you just want to do text and you don't want to be on X, which X is, I don't even talk about that thing anymore. Where you want to do, I think I saw something this weekend about, I've seen a couple of travel things, something about the airlines, something about somebody went to the Bahamas and got there with the family and found out that their hotel room was given away because the hotel oversold and they weren't helpful to them. It was like 11 o'clock at night or something because there was a delay, and they were adding Marriott. I think it was Marriott. If it's not Marriott, I'm sorry, but they were adding the hotel chain. They were adding, at the hotel chain, and then as the post picked up steam because it, they show it to other people in the feed. Other people are chiming in, tagging the hotel, and this is unbelievable. And so people were tagging in saying, well, they should have called another hotel to try to get you a room or walk you to another place. They said they were out in the street. It happened to another couple who had a baby. They were all out in the street at midnight. I think it was the Bahamas, in the street at midnight trying to find a place to stay. And it was just really crazy. And they said they finally found a hotel room. And the hotel said, well, you got to be out by 11 because this room is for somebody else. And they had to pay like $1,500 or something for the room. I think I read this yesterday or today. Yeah. They were really upset because the first post they had, and I think they were coming from Australia. So long flight.
Oh.
Children, a group. I got a hotel reservation. And then they said that they were updating the hotel the whole time. Like whatever delay happened or whatever, they were like, okay, because they want to make sure their room is available. I don't want to travel 14 hours on a plane, get there, and then they go there and they said, well, we oversold the hotel. You don't have a room. Or they gave their room away or something. I was like, what in the...
Okay.
And they talked about what happened. So, and on Threads, you can do threaded posts. So it's like 1 of 2, 3, 4, 5. So people are chiming in helpful hints on what to do, and tagging the hotel. Like, this is unacceptable. And then they should, call the credit card company, get that charge disputed, get their money, all kind of things. But see, this was all text-based. There was no video involved. So it's not like you have to do video. But if you've got a compelling story, something of value, something that catches the eye, because if I'm in travel, I'm a travel agent, travel industry, whatever, I'm going to definitely jump in there with some helpful tips about what to do now and next time.
Yeah.
To avoid that. So what I'm saying about Threads is that if you and the thing about Threads I love is like every time I go back in and out, it refreshes and it gives me something new based on what I've interacted with before. So if I do that as a business owner and I chime in with some helpful advice. I don't have to get a response. I don't have to get a like, but I can do all that. But I'm going to be thrown into the ocean, so to speak. So I will see more of that, and I'll spend
Oh,
my time doing that. And also, as the travel person, I make my own threads about. I read the thread about this, that, and that. Well, let me save you some headache. This is what you see what I'm saying? That you use that
mhm.
content as the jumping off. And you could do video on Instagram, or you could do a thing on TikTok or YouTube Shorts. Hey, on YouTube, you can say, hey, I was on Threads and I saw this scenario. Dot, 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 dot. Let me tell you real quickly what you need to do if this happens to you. Because
And it's
that's
a
a
very
nightmare.
short, it's very short. And then
Yes.
people are going to go, oh, they're knowledgeable. I'm going to contact them.
Yes. And you're not doing a long hour long. You're doing a quick and dirty. I saw this post on Threads. I saw this, and if you go to Threads, I saw this on TikTok. If you go to YouTube, I saw this on Instagram. You don't even have to say it. You can just say I saw it online somewhere. But it bothered me so much. I want to explain to you how to avoid this, so you don't get caught in this situation. Or what do you do if you get caught in this situation? Here's another one. A whole bunch of people got caught over the holiday weekend trying to come back because there were no flights because of what the administration was doing. So they stopped the flights. So people were stuck in all the islands trying to get back from the holiday break and couldn't get back. I saw a lot of that. Again,
And
travel industry, I'm going to jump in.
and say what you and if you know some things, because in the travel industry, don't they update, the travel person is up on the State Department's
Yeah,
notices, things of that nature.
yeah, if you're really on top of your game, you're going to keep on top of that. As soon as I saw a post about, oh, people are stranded in whatever island, I think they shut down Puerto Rico. Like there was no flights out of Puerto Rico. Like, what do? I gotta go to work on Monday. I can't get a flight. What? And then your hotel of I was supposed to check out. Where do I go? Because would I go to the airport and just hang out for 3 days? What do I eat? What do I do? So that's the thing that I'm saying, that you pay attention to what's going on, and then they called it news jacking way back, but I don't like that term.
You are riding the trend.
Yes, you're jumping on an available trend, available content that's newsworthy, something that's happening that wasn't expected. But you're the expert, especially that's why I use the travel industry thing. You're the expert. You're on social media, or you are whatever thing that you have to bring you alerts. Because there's another thing. You can get Google alerts to tell you about that. You can get, there are other tools where you could hear it on the news. You could hear what I heard it. Let me go check, because this is my thing in travel industry. I know. Let me see what the people are saying on social media. That's the good thing about it. The monitoring, what was social monitoring? Social, that's what I'm gonna call it. Social monitoring, which is what they call it. They called it newsjacking like 15 years ago. Like, oh, newsjacking. No, it's just social monitoring.
Okay, because it's like monitoring the news feed, which we did not have access to back in the day because only the AP wire people had it,
right,
and whatever. But
right.
now we get to have access to the monitoring because it's out there everywhere.
The listening device.
Hey, Dr. Tachi.
Hey, Dr. Tachi, how are you doing? I don't know. Did we say Happy New Year? Like, when do you stop saying Happy New Year?
Happy New Year. Oh, we were on last week though.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just we're getting getting back in the water of getting into the rhythm. But that's what it is that social media is this place for you to amplify your message by and providing value and getting people to connect with you and all that. But it's also a place to get information that can help you elevate yourself as not even I'm not even gonna say the expert. I'm gonna say that you've got a lot of knowledgeable instrument. Like I always go back to the mom. That's the mom doing things. They're experts. Moms are
Yeah,
experts.
they
They,
are.
yeah, they might not have a PhD in child psychology, but they're experts, and you would want to hear from them. There's new moms coming in all the time, and you would say, well, don't they have a mom themselves, or don't they have a woman or older person? Some people don't. So what
Mhm.
do? They're searching for answers.
Yep.
Where do they
Like
go now?
all the technology that is out available for new moms now.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, I wish this stuff was around back in
Uh-huh.
the day.
But here's the thing. You don't even have to search for it. You can just go to Threads and say da 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 da, whatever it is, and you're going to get people jumping in. Now you
Mhm.
may get some people that come in with snarky, not helpful comments. Just ignore them. They're just looking for attention. But you're going to get other moms. You're going to get other people with experience who are going to give you what you need. And then you go, oh, this is helpful information. I think we said that before. Just provide helpful information in a timely fashion. I'm gonna put that on here because of we were talking about the travel industry, and like the post I saw about the hotel, and they were flying for 14 hours. And how would you feel? Not great. It's not
With,
even daylight, and you're in another country.
and you're
You're in
like,
another
wait,
country.
yeah.
You're in another country.
With
Yeah.
regards to the people who don't act right online, Dr. Tachi said, yes, don't mind them.
Yeah, you got, I mean, that's we've been doing this for a while. So you got to learn how to tune out. I remember way back there was a thing about, oh, not wanting to deal with that, and that drove a lot of people offline. But I'm like, okay, now we got to have this. There's a lot of tools where you could just block them. That's my thing. I'm like, you just block them and move on. Do block. You don't have to respond to everything. You don't.
Yep,
Just
you
respond to
really
things
do
that are
not.
relevant to you. Again, that's a signal to the platform you're on of, oh, she don't like that. She doesn't like that. So I'm not gonna show her that anymore. I go on
And
Threads, I don't see any sports.
the
Not
platform gives you tools to help you
yes,
uh,
to
to
say
keep
that,
your place clean.
because I saw a post on Threads and I couldn't see the first post. It says your hidden words is keep something I had set up, and I was like, well, wait a minute. I think I hid crypto or something, because all the crypto scams. But the person was saying something relevant, newsworthy. I couldn't read it, so I had to go and find my setting where I had the hidden words. I was like, oh, I can deal with this now, because there's all these people scamming, crypto
Mhm.
scams and scam, like scam. I'm like, I don't want to know nothing about crypto, this and that. So I saw the post; it was really relevant. They had used the word crypto, but it wasn't about the scamming of it. It was just some information. So, but I'm just saying that these platforms have tools where you can mute stuff, not see things. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see that. You don't have to. Like the thing that was happening lately in the news. I'm not gonna bring it up, but there's something happened. You could, everybody's online talking about it. You can mute that state. So it was a state, and everybody was saying that state name. And if you didn't want to see it, go in your words, mute. I don't want to see anything that mentions this state. And you could come on and look at the things that you want to look at.
And
Okay, so go
this is
ahead.
called curating your feed,
Yes,
making sure you see what you want to see and not because there's so much stuff coming at us. You don't have to have everything.
right. You don't have to consume it just because it's on social media. You don't have to consume it. Just like I always say, all you can eat buffet. If you're allergic to shrimp, well, guess what? You're gonna stay away from all the shrimp dishes and anything that's near the shrimp dishes. You're gonna go to the other side. So same thing here. All right, so I want to get back to my notes that my assistant provided to me. So, of course, we're talking about the audience are loyal to value. That's what's going on now. Why? Because of the algorithms are shifting towards value-based recommendations. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, all of them are prioritizing content people save, replay, watch fully, and share. That's because those are signals that they look at of interest. What I said earlier, if I don't like it, I'm not going to interact with it. That's a signal to not give me that anymore, not serve that to me when I'm on the platforms. Okay, so when this content is prioritized with the save, whatever the watch time, whatever it is, says the content is a signal that it delivers practical, meaningful, helpful value. And another thing is that people are overwhelmed and tired of noise. They want content that solves a problem today, not someday or tomorrow, whenever, or vague. See, again, back to the mom, 2 a.m. She want to give the other mom some tips. Why the baby is crying, or this and that, or just heck, she could just even sit in a chair, a rocking chair, and just have the lullaby music playing and just rock the baby. She doesn't even have to say anything. That's where we are now with content. You don't even have to say anything. It just could be a visual of a scene, but it has to be valuable in the sense. Why would that be valuable? Because that could soothe another mom who's stressed out of they're going through this, I'm going through this, let's go through it together. That's where the value comes in.
And it just thought dawned on my head, and you can create your own lullaby that has your own, that you have the rights to.
There's AI tools, and they're not, you would think the music is not good. No, it is good, because you can refine it. You can refine it. You can take that one thing that you make in the AI tool of your choice that makes music or sounds or whatever, and you can take it to another tool like Audacity or whoever the AI editing, not AI, sorry, audio editing tools like Adobe has one, everything. You could take that and take some other free content like sound effects, like some kind of soothing sound effect, put it together with the AI, fiddle with it in the tool, and that is your creation. And you could say, well, AI made it. No, I used the AI base, but I went in and added different things. Seagulls,
and you
beach.
you can have an album of lullabies.
And you made them.
Just the 2 a.m. rocking, whatever, and make a song. Just moms will play that when it's 2 a.m. in the morning.
Right. And then you could say, well, okay, how do I come up ideas with my niche? ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity. Pick one and say, I have an idea to make lullaby music with, and put your parameters of what you want in there, and ask it to help you come up with a plan, and it will. Ask it, how do I make the music my own? It will tell you how to make the music. What tool do I use? It will tell you that.
Yes.
So, people are still using ChatGPT to, write me a blog post. I'm like, that's 2022, we're 2026. You need to start using these tools to have the gem of your idea. You have a little sliver of an idea. Take it to the AI tool and say, what do I do with this? And sit back
and watch it bloom.
Watch what it says. And then you go, okay, you gave me 10 things. I like number 3. Explain number 3. Give me more details on number 3. Blah, blah, blah on number 3. And it says, okay, let's build out number 3. That's all you do. You have the idea of, I want to make lullaby music for moms at 2 a.m., 3, whatever it is. And give it that, and then you're off. So we've got no excuse, and there's no excuses anymore. So hey, the mom that we're talking about wants to make extra money because they want to stay home with the children. Here's your extra money. I need gas money. I need something money. I need I don't know what you need the money for. I'm just saying you can do it.
You can.
You can do it. How? Ask it. How do I make money
Yes.
with this? It'll tell you how to make money with it. Go to
Yep.
YouTube, put it up, put the link, put the affiliate marketing, whatever. The tool AI of your choice will tell you how to do things. Because I think, and this is another thing I see observation of people hating on AI so much. I'm like, but there's things you want to do, right? You got ideas, right? Put them in there and let it go and see what it tells you. Oh, I bet you'll change your tune then, because it's not about write me a blog post.
No. And yeah, it's more than a blog post.
That's
People,
2022 biz. That's 2022 thinking.
and
We
if you're not, you need to tune in here and get connected, because we can help you with some ideas.
Yeah,
And TJ just gave you some
just off
really
the
good
top
things.
of just talking.
Yeah, and some people, if you're not kind of used to AI yet, okay, give TJ a call, or when I say a call, visit her online and talk to her so that she can help you get started with AI, perhaps.
Yeah, get started in the right direction. All right, I'm gonna give you a little bit more, and then we're gonna wrap this up. So we're entering it. My assistant said we're entering. I'm like, we're already there. We're entering the follower era. People don't care if they follow you, they care if the content they see from you helps, clarifies, removes confusion, gives them direction, or inspires action in their lives. Because it's not about you, it's about them. That's where they're coming from. You, the business owner, like, well, I got this business and they should buy. Like I said, the earlier in the hour, I was saying that, oh, you try to lock them in a real store, in a physical store, you're gonna try to lock the customer in. You can't leave till you buy it. You can't do that. Same thing here. You have to give them what they want, and if they don't see it, you have to let them go. Now, here's the key. You can ask them, is there, the smart business owner would say, well, was there anything missing, or were you looking for something? This is the thing they say in real life. Were you looking for something in particular? Because you don't want them to just leave without having some kind of feedback. Because if they're looking for a particular item, you might want to stock that. But you don't know until you ask them. So that's one of the things you do. But you have to provide the value, because we're loyal to value now, not to the following of, well, I follow so and so. We're not in that era anymore. We get content from everywhere. That's why we explain about Threads. I go to Threads. Every time I go to Threads, there's content from some place. I didn't ask it to show me the post about the people traveling on 14 hours and they didn't have a hotel room. I didn't ask for that. It showed it to me, but it was doggone interesting. I was like reading the whole thing and reading the comments because it was interesting. So if I was in the travel industry, that would have been like, ooh, let me get in on this and put my 2 cents in.
I have a question for you, and it's on topic. What is your take on the business owner who always is coming, support me in this, support my this?
Oh, you mean support like in buy, or just
like buy, so no, buy, like support, I'm having
you're
this
saying
thing.
I'm a Black business owner, or I'm a whatever business owner, you should support me
Whoever
because
kind of business owner,
okay.
support my business, because I saw that on a Threads. A lady says, nobody is supporting me, and I'm like, I asked the question, what kind of help do you need? Support you how? She wanted people to buy her stuff. I was like, oh.
Here's the thing. A business is a specific entity. It is not a charity. It is not a charity. And I think I might have talked about this last week when I think I brought up Curl Mix. I'm trying to remember if I did. It's been like 7 days. But there's the business Curl Mix where the owner was saying that for whatever reason, if she didn't get 100,000 sales, I think that in like 3 months or something, the business is going to go out. She got the 100 sales, but my thing is that's not sustainable as a business, because a business provides what a specific market wants at the right price, right availability, and they're in the right mind to buy. If you say, so nobody's supporting me, I would say, well, what's your business strategy? Something broken there. Because if you've got, I'm presenting this business item or service, and you've done the research, and you know that there's an audience for it, and you test, like I said earlier, we were testing about content, you throwing it out, you gotten feedback, reaction, something is going wrong with if you're not getting the sales. So there's a direct line of things that you need to check in that line. Like, there's something blocking, something broken. What is it? Because if it's something it might be that person has a business that they don't want the thing that they're offering. Maybe that.
And I hear this from like the people who do Mary Kay, Avon, or whatever. Can you support me? And I'm like, what? Wait a minute. You're supposed to be bringing me value.
You can't. Yeah. How could I say this? You can't say, I'm Mary Kay, I'm Avon, you should buy me, because it's a business. I either need makeup or I don't. And then makeup industry is a very specific, it's almost like fashion. Like, there are women that will not use certain lines. Like, there's women that I will never use Avon, they use Chanel. They do high end or whatever other brand. They do high end, and they would never want, even though the person that has it could be the same quality, because a lot of this comes from the same place anyway. So that
right, there's that.
We figured that out with the tariff situation. With the China was like, you buy the bags from us because it's the same bag. We make the bag, but we ship it to Hermes, and they just put an H on it and charge you $10,000. You can buy the bag over here for $1,000. It's the same bag. They're made in China. Okay. So the same thing with the makeup industry. A lot of it is made in China in the same factories, and they just stamp a Chanel, and they put that little quilt. They stamp that quilted thing on top. Ooh, Chanel blush, and because all they do is make it quilted. And you're spending what, 50? I don't know how much it is, $50 or whatever. No. Now there are some differences in quality, but most of it a lot of our things come from China. So you got to look at it as that's your salesmanship there. Like, you got to build a community. It's almost like Tupperware. You got to build a community. And I remember when I used to work in the office way back, the coworkers would have, the Avon lady, and she would have the book, and we would have the book and look through, and I would look through and I would support because I wanted this or that. Plus, I wanted to support my coworker because I liked that person.
Yes.
See how that part of it. Same thing with Mary Kay. Don't they have parties or something, and they invite people over, and then they tell people to bring. That's because that's a part of that. The women getting together, community, bringing friends and laughing and having fun, and I want to support my friend. Not, oh, you're not supporting me. Well, are you having the parties? Are you having the reach out? Are you making it enjoyable? Because that's a part of it, not just going, here's the Avon.
So you're saying it needs to be mutually beneficial.
It has to be. As a business, it's not a business.
Because I hear that a lot. Nobody's supporting me. I was like,
but it's not a charity. It's a business. You have a product or a service that people want to buy, and you priced it in the right range, and you've done the marketing, the reach out, the communication of it. You've communicated the value. You are a personable person, likable. You have to be likable. I'm not saying you have to be Beyonce or Kim Kardashian. You don't have to be a celebrity. You just have to be likable to a certain group of people, and they're agreeable to buy, and they're in the right mind frame of mind to buy and they have the money to buy. There's a lot of steps in being a business. It's not just let me get an Avon kit or Mary Kay kit and gee, they should just buy. No.
So it goes back to the value, being loyal to value. So that's what
People are
the
loyal to
customers.
value. Yes, customers are loyal to value. They're not loyal to you per se. You know, I like this. I like this product. If you're providing it because, like I said, you're personable, you're friendly, you make me laugh, whatever. There's a lot of things in there. I buy from you. But if you're not around, I'm going to buy it from Amazon or the corner store, wherever it's available to me, because it's about me. But I buy from you because we built a relationship of, you know, you're the personable, funny, relatable. You always know, like the travel, we were saying about the travel person that always right there on the spot with the information. You're helpful. You're not doing that. See, that person with the Avon thing is just, well, you should support me because I put a post up with an Avon link. No.
So it goes back to being loyal to value.
And you can do that online. It's work. You can do it, but you have to build up here's the community part. How do you build up a community? How do you build up a following? By being a personable person. I don't mean glamorous celebrity. I mean you are relatable to a certain group of people by the way you present the information that you have online. Like I always go back to the mom thing with the mom and the baby and the 2 a.m. and that's relatable. It's not glamorous. It's not celebrity driven. It's not. The mama's relatable because it's real. So, that person doing the Avon, they have to do a lot more outreach. Not why is nobody? That's a whining kind of thing, and that's not what business is.
And the person, she wasn't doing Avon, but she was doing something that required affiliate sales or something. And I'm looking at her website, and I'm looking at something else. I'm like, one,
gotta be personable. You gotta be. You gotta have there's a lady I've found. I think maybe last year. I've just gotten back in her videos, and she started out in real estate, but then she started teaching. She learned the marketing of being online, and then she taught it to other real estate agents because this was back when they didn't know what to do. And then she figured out, well, the process of teaching them is like, okay, then I can teach anybody, not just real estate agents. And she does a lot of affiliate marketing using YouTube. But she's a personable person. She's not, I'm dolled up. She just gets on and say, hey, let me tell you how I make my money with Amazon affiliate. Let me show you how I make money blogging. She has a whole bunch of stuff like that. And she just says, this is how you do it. You get this tool, you do this, you do that. Let me show you how I do it. And she's personable. And she's watchable. That's the only thing I could say is she's doing it in a way that makes you want to watch. Helpful. Expert, but helpful.
This is good to know because I'm going to say it this way. Sometimes you don't vibe with everybody, but your customers, the people who vibe with you, those are the people you need to be
vibing. That's it. I love that word vibing because I'm like, she could, there's the people that I call them the boss babes that they get on and they put the designer clothes on and designer makeup and they've got the nails. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that doesn't appeal to me. And they think it's because I'm a boss babe with a designer dress. And you can tell them because they have the photo shoot, with they very business and this and that. And I'm like, okay. That appeals to a certain audience. It doesn't appeal to me. So I'm like, whatever you're selling, I'm not interested in because I'm not into that look that you're presenting. And it seems to be, and I'm saying this because it seems to be cookie cutter. amongst a certain group that I call them the boss babes. Everybody's a boss babe. And they have certain language. They must have learned it from each other about the 7 figures and then and the pictures and the glamour and like, well, it ain't all glamorous running a business.
Mm.
That ain't. But if they're attracting people, I say more power to them.
Yes.
I'm not gonna knock that hustle, but
but you have to, and
I call it it's the Real Housewives look, especially I think there's one in Dubai, like it's really shiny and gold and the big gold belts and the glittery. That I call that.
Okay, but the real. I'm trying to think of another. They're not housewives.
There's another one that's real estate in Dubai too. There's another real estate one. Selling Sunset, is that? I've seen commercials. I haven't watched. Selling Sunset or Selling Dubai. It's all real estate women, and they're all like, designer. They got the designer dress on and the designer makeup and the jewelry and the heels and the hair and the this, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. That attracts a certain audience. It's just like, I'm just like, no, I'm not. That's an instant no for me, because I don't want to watch that. That doesn't attract me. So, but it attracts a certain
authenticity, right? So,
but see, they're authentic to the audience that they're attracting. There's a connection.
Yes, there's definitely a connection.
They want to achieve that look, and I'm like, I don't want to achieve that look. So I don't want to achieve what they've achieved. But birds of a hey, you guys if you guys are happy with Selling Sunset and the Dubai thing and that, good. Enjoy. There's things for everybody. I always say go where you're attracted to.
Yeah, I think that would the Boss Babe channel. Okay, that would be a new reality show. The Boss Babes of wherever.
And for some reason, I'm not putting Atlanta down. I love Atlanta, but for some reason, they're all congregating in Atlanta. So I don't know. There's something about Atlanta that everybody is there as a boss babe, but enjoy.
It takes time to put lashes on and
get all of that. I'm like, I understand you want to be attractive, but all of the things that they do and the must-haves, and they can't leave without looking. They can't go to the grocery store without looking like that. I'm like, well, okay, that's a lot of work. So, but enjoy.
Yeah, I'm on the other side. I need to be doing the work or figuring it out. So
enjoy. That's just,
very interesting. Very, very, very interesting.
But see, that just shows you that there's a market for everything. You just have to find your market. And with the, why is nobody supporting me? Well, there's a bunch of things you have to look at. And if we're talking affiliate marketing or makeup or what, you have to look at the makeup of the people that are in it. Like I was just saying, laughing about the boss babes, but that's a market where they, like I said, they've all learned how to have that uniformity of a look, and that attracts a certain group of people. So just look at it that way.
And it's a lot of work doing that work.
It is.
So be sure to connect with TJ, TerryJohnsonOnline.com/info. Get on her list. So she doesn't spam. I'm going to tell you that right now. Get on her list so that you can keep up with the things that you need to stay relevant in the market today, because things are changing every single day. AI is changing things. Social media has changed. It is no longer what it used to be.
Nope.
And if you do not keep up, we don't want to see you left behind.
Right.
So
get in. Some people don't want to keep up with it, and that's fine. That's fine. Everybody's prerogative.
Right. But if you are in business,
Yes, you want to be where
you
everybody
might
is.
want to be
Yeah.
aware of what's happening so
Yeah.
that you can make the shifts. And we used to say this a lot: pivot. We
Yeah.
we were acting like ballerinas up in here because we got pivots going on right now.
And it's
So
not about loving social media. Yes, I always talk about there's the bad part, there's the this and the that. And you kind of, I always say, like, people want to eat, a bad apple has a little soft spot on it. You want to throw the whole apple away. But sometimes you can cut that apple and cut that little brown piece off, and it's still good.
go
You
for the
don't have
apple.
the whole apple, but you got
Yeah.
something if you're hungry.
Yep. So connect with Coach TJ. She's got some really good insights when you are connected with her. You can connect with the Bizchicks as well. All you need to do is go to bizchicks.net. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You're probably already here if you're watching this live, but just join in. And if you'd like to get on our text list, we don't spam either. We just keep you informed. Text biz to 33777. We will keep you informed to help take the hassle out of your hustle. And for TJ and myself, we're going to give you back your Tuesday. Implement something you heard today. Social monitoring, working on tweaking your value to your customers, whatever it was that you learned today, put it in action and tell us about it.
Yeah. Pick
We're
one
here
pick one thing and let's talk about it. Look at it and see where can I go from there. And if you need, you've got questions, I love to answer questions. So let me know.
Yes. All righty then. We're going to let Brittany take us away to Wednesday. Coach Karen will be in tomorrow. So thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you, everybody.
Live and on the replay. We'll talk to you real soon.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in today. We trust you've learned something to help you build a more profitable business and take the hassle out of your hustle. See you next time.